Savannah, how are you?
Good, how are you?
How is everything?
It's going good.
It's got to be a tough time for the family right now.
It is, but you know what? We get through it.
Right? Where do you stand on it? Because the family's divided. As divided as they've ever been.
Yes.
Where do you stand on it personally?
You know what? I stand behind my mom and dad. I know how they've raised us, and I know the values that they've taught us. So if they've taught us those values, it means they have them themselves. So
do you believe your mom and dad at this point? I mean, let's talk about the extortion claims by Lindsie.
Yes.
Right? Any truth to the fact that your father could be trying to extort them? The sex tape, we know they didn't make a sex tape because it was probably the doggy cam. Is there any truth to those?
You know, I don't want to speak on it too much, but what I can say is it's extremely sad that someone is using a sex tape that doesn't even exist in order to get 5 more minutes of fame. So it's sad.
So your sister's trying to get five more minutes of fame?
I mean, it is what it is. I know that my dad has never.
So there is no sex tape.
No.
Has your father ever seen his?
No. And it's just something like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little weird, right? Yeah. You know that your father would view his daughter's sex tape and then try to get money out of it.
Yeah. So no. If anything, he would try to help her because that should be something that you should be embarrassed about. So.
Well, you should maybe be embarrassed if you made a sex tape. That's one thing, but they're saying they didn't make a sex tape, that it was caught on the doggy cam, right?
Yeah.
And look, if you put a camera in my house, right, the things that go on in my house, right, and you were to end up on camera, it'd be kind of weird. Yours probably the same thing, right? So you're saying there is no sex tape? No,
there is not. To my knowledge, there is not.
Because your father and Chase could do a lot of time in prison if they followed through.
They're not going to because...
They're not going to what?
They're not going to spend any time in prison. They're not for this because it's not something that they've done. Mm-hmm. They have stuff to back it up, so it's just, they're not. And it's extremely sad that my dad has a child of his that's trying to make his life so miserable just because she wasn't on the show and she didn't get the attention that she wanted. So
can the family recover from this? I mean, this is serious, and I know she said that she's open to repairing the relationship. Can your family recover from these allegations? Are really scandalous.
Yeah. You know, sometimes there's no going back, and I can say for me personally, no. I love her, but no.
You'll never forgive your sister over this? No matter what? No matter what. Have you talked to her recently?
Nope.
Is your father open to forgiving? Now, children are different than siblings. I've got siblings that I don't talk to and I will never talk to again. Parents are different.
Yeah.
Is your father open to repairing that relationship?
You know, my dad has said he will always love Lindsie. She is his daughter. And what he decides to do is on him.
Even after these accusations?
Yes, even after these accusations, which shows the kind of person that he is. If she needed something tomorrow, he would help her. It's who he is. It's how he's been with all of his kids.
His heart.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's his heart. He's one of the best human beings I've ever met. So what he decides to do is on him, but I'm an adult and I can have the relationships that I want to have, and you just can't have people in your life that you can't trust.
What's her end game? What's Lindsie's end game? Does she want to see her father in prison, do you think?
That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. So it's sad.
Yeah.
But the truth always wins. And the truth's gonna win. So
let me ask you this. You said for this they won't go to prison. The tax evasion charges. They could do prison time for that too.
You know, I don't know anything with their finances and all of that. All I know is my parents have always encouraged us to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So if they're encouraging us to do the right thing, then they're doing the right thing themselves. So there's a lot of stuff behind it, but like I said, the truth always wins.
How worried are you for your parents at this point? Because this is a scary time. This isn't, look, sure you guys are television personalities and you live your lives on television, but this is not a joke. You know, it's kind of a serious thing here. How worried are you for your? I mean, really, not just your parents.
I hate that my parents are going through something like this. It's heartbreaking. heartbreaking to see, and it's heartbreaking to see that one of their children have contributed to it. So it's extremely sad, and like I said, the truth always wins.
What's your fiance think? He's like, oh man, I'm marrying into this crazy, batshit crazy family. What does he think about it?
He's been extremely supportive. So, and at the end of the day, you know, I'm always going to stick with my family. So you got to be supportive, or.
All right, final question. All of this drama, it's some serious drama.
Yeah.
Does it make for better reality television? Let's be honest here.
I mean, for us,
should you guys just wrap all of that into sextortion, the tax evasion claims, the family drama, wrap it up into one show?
You know, I think we would, but as you know, with legal stuff, it's kind of difficult. So it will be touched on, I have a feeling, but.
So you guys think you'll address all those issues on the show? You think?
Potentially. I mean, it is a reality show, so stuff's going on in our life, but at the end of the day, I stand by my parents. I know what they have and have not done, and like I said, the truth always comes out at the end. It's not going to be pretty and long and ride, but the truth always wins.
So you stand by Chase as well?
I do.
All right, what's your message to your sister at this point? If you could give her a message, any message. I know you said the relationship's done, but what's your message to Lindsie at this point?
You know what? At the end of the day, I am working on trying to let go of the hard feelings that I have. So it's sad. I do love her. I wish nothing but the best for her. But she needs to focus on herself instead of trying to tear other people down.
You love her, you wish her the best, but you'll never forgive her? Is that kind of where you're at?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Right now.
But who knows?
You know what? Who knows? Things can change. God has.
But Robby says he has messages from Chase and this and that and the other.
Yeah, I'm not
and you
gonna
laugh.
touch on that. I just think it's really funny that all these Bachelor stars are trying to get their 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't get it on that show, they find another way to get it. So I hope Robby gets what he's wanting. But you know, like I said, the truth always wins, and who knows? The roles could be flipped. So.
All right, Savannah. Thank you so much. You got it. Bye.
Yeah.